Now let's talk about somebody else who is under fire for some of her comments. Macy Gray. Macy Gray was on Piers Morgan's show, and she said, "I will say this, and everyone's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your body parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry." Morgan replied, "Right, you feel that?" And she said, "I know that for a fact." And Macy Gray responded to Morgan after he initiated a conversation about the issue of transgenders in sports, while claiming that he supported trans rights, but not when you have people born to obvious physical superior bodies transitioning and, they said, and thrashing women in sports. Gray also said she would use her and hers pronouns for trans women if they want her to, but that doesn't make you a woman. So some people are not happy with Macy Gray's comments. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts about Macy Gray's comments.
Correct.
I'm gonna, contain this whole response to Macy Gray's comments, not my own, just hers. I feel that Macy Gray has the right to feel and believe and say as she chooses. I don't know if you're asking me if I agree with her. I'm not really sure.
I'm asking you what your thoughts are.
Well, my thoughts are that Macy Gray has the right to say what she feels. And I'm not sure if she means that there's the psychological piece that determines your gender, or if she means, in addition to changing your body, the psychological part that makes you male or female, or if she means you cannot change your gender, whatever you do. I'm not sure what that meant. You follow me?
I think that's what I think that's what she was saying.
She was saying you cannot change what you are just because you change body parts.
Correct.
And the your emotional makeup notwithstanding, whatever your emotional makeup is, it doesn't matter because you are whatever gender you were born. That's what she's saying?
Yes.
Is that what she's saying?
Correct.
Yes and no. That's going to be a yes and no.
Well,
I think what I really think is that I think yes and no. I think you're kind of what you choose to be. You got me? I think that if you choose to be a female, a feminine man, you can be a feminine man, or masculine woman, you could be a masculine woman. But I don't think you actually really change genders because you have surgery. I don't think that. I think that happens is in your head, mentally. That's what I really believe.
Well,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think that everybody has the right to voice their opinion, and I think that people also have a right to retort what you said, or they have a right to respond to whatever it is that you said. Now, you may like what they say, or you may not like. Obviously, we have cisgender, a male or female, and that means that you were biologically born whatever gender you were assigned at birth. And then we have people who are transitioning, and they transgender, and they're called transgender. And if someone says they are a male, or they say they are a female, or they're non-binary, then I think it's best that we respect
them as such,
whatever they say, however they feel
as such, right?
But I also feel that Macy has the right to say whatever she wants to say. I don't agree with what she has to say, but for so many people to just attack her, I'm like, well, she said what she said, to me, I think people should be allowed to talk, as long as nobody is just being completely like disrespectful or calling anybody names or anything like that. When you're having a conversation, I think we need that. I think that as a society, we need to have talks with people, because if we don't have these conversations, then, we have all other type of chaos So I don't agree with what Macy Gray said. I also feel she has the right to say how she feels.
Of course, she has the right to say it, and you respect her right to say it, as we have our rights to say the things that we think. So I think that's a very complicated issue, but I think a lot of it is the transition that is made mentally and emotionally. I think that's a much bigger part of it than the physical stuff, the clothing and and that I think those are just other things maybe for more comfort. But I think that the real change is emotional and psychological. I think that's where the transition happens. And I also think it happens early on in life. I don't think it happens late. I think it happens early on, So
Yeah,
okay.
I agree. No, I agree with you, ma'am.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bamgboshe Happy Hour podcast, streaming on most platforms.